What did you like about what you saw out there today?
I like the fact that we played hard, and I like the fact that we won. I really like the fact of the way the pitchers threw the ball, especially, that's 3 good outings in a row for Hunter Bro in a Duck uniform. And before this season, I don't know if he even had 1 good outing in a row, or 1 good outing in a Duck uniform ever. And so for him to have 3 in a row, that speaks volumes to the development with Coach Angier and him. And then, Nico Teleshay coming in, doing his job, and then coming off the start with Peyton Fuller, just being steady, not electric or anything like that, but being steady and doing a nice job.
I didn't see the stats today, but last night after I got home and looked at them, I saw that you guys didn't allow a walk. That's got to help you guys as far as defense and everything else, just mindset-wise, not putting extra runners on base.
Yeah, and they're not walking a whole lot either, if we haven't noticed. And so there are not a lot of free runners being thrown around, and traditionally in this park, it's been a deal where if you start walking people, that's one way to score in this park. And if you don't walk people, then it becomes a pretty tough place to score runs. That was the case again today, and the pitchers are doing a nice job of pounding the zone. We're not really talking about strikes or walks, we're just talking about mentality, and they seem to have grasped a hold of it, at least so far. And that held true even for the most part, with a couple of exceptions even a week ago. The mentality was really there, and we've seen these guys really grow and develop, especially after about week 2 of our scrimmages. We started seeing that emerge, and so hopefully we can keep that going.
Fuller was saying that you'll take an ugly win. What was ugly about today? What can you improve on?
Well, I think you can improve a lot of things. I mean, one thing you can improve on is the hitting. The hitting hasn't existed yet, since we came home. I think there's a lot more in the tank with the bats. I don't know how ugly the win was. Just because the score was low doesn't indicate for me that it was an ugly win. It just means that the score was low and it was close. It was actually, in my opinion, a pretty well played game. There wasn't a lot of stuff going on that was loose. There weren't a lot of walks, there weren't a bunch of errors, there weren't a bunch of base running blunders or anything like that. I thought it was just a clean baseball game. I thought their kid pitched very, very well. He commanded the zone with multiple pitches, and he didn't walk guys. And to look at box scores in the past and say this is going to be the prediction of how you should beat somebody by X number of runs or whatever, that's not baseball. And, especially with this team, Coach Buckley and these guys, in terms of their pitching staff, Troy Buckley's an outstanding pitching coach, and these guys played in the bandbox last weekend at the field they played against or played at, and the wind was blowing out and some pop-ups were going out of the park. I don't think that our hitters have done a great job yet this weekend, but I don't think that today's game was an ugly win. I just think it was a clean baseball game win with a one-run win.
Coach, your bullpen has been lights out these last 2 days. Can you tell me what you've seen from just inside the dugout and how they've changed?
Well, I mean, what I see is probably what y'all see, and that's you got some young men taking the mound like they own it. You don't look like there's a bunch of guys out there that are scared. Those guys look like they're prepared. They look tough to me. They look like guys that, as a hitting coach in my life, that's the kind of guy that you look at and go, oh, we're going to have our hands full. Just with the way they're bringing their body language and demeanor to the mound, I'm proud of, and that's all we've talked about. We haven't talked about results, and ironically, results have followed. We lost a little bit last weekend when it came to a little bit of what we're talking about on a positive right now, and so far this weekend, the kids seem like they've made some adjustments, and they've done a nice job.
It'd be a nice sleep, go for the sweep, huh?
There you go.
Good night. Good. Thanks.